What's up, guys? Welcome back to Counter Steer Garage. Happy Taco Tuesday. Today we're gonna build a computer, and no, it will not be a sim rig. It will be a much more basic computer. It'll be mostly for editing purposes. This is what I've been using. It's an HP Spectre 360, which means it flips and turns into a tablet and all that silly stuff. It's been great, but it's from 2016. And the more powerful and the more features that are added to my editing program, the slower this thing moves. So it's time to build something new. Hard to believe, but this is a computer. Everything was purchased new with the exception of the graphics card, which got used. It's an older one, but it's a good older one. And for the price, it's a lot better than what I could have bought new for the same price. And again, we're not gaming. It's purely an editing computer, and even during editing and rendering, the graphics card really is used very little. It's mostly CPU based. So we went heavy on the CPU. Everything else is pretty standard stuff. 32 gigs of RAM. We got a pretty sweet radiator here. 1 terabyte solid state hard drive. And yeah, wait till you see the case. The case is awesome. But I have no idea how to make all of this turn into a computer. So let's go see Miguel. Big announcement. Stella and I have been chosen to become Blip Shift ambassadors. Basically what that means is that you could get torso covering goodies like this FRS shirt, this driver's jacket, or this sweet beanie, and use coupon code Apex Hunter for 20% off your first order. So head on over to blipshift.com and like I said, use code Apex Hunter. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's tear into this thing.
All right.
What do we got here? Mommy board.
That's right. ASRock B660 Pro RS.
Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi's. We'll need the CPU. There we go.
CPU. Here we got some RAM.
We'll need the RAM.
I can't believe something that feels as light as paper is a hard drive, but that's a hard drive.
Wait till you see this. It's smaller than a flash drive.
The fan.
The BRZ's new radiator.
It's probably thicker than the radiator.
FRS, sorry. Power supply.
Oh, power supply. The heaviest part. And then the thing that's... I'm not a computer guy. These are bigger than I thought.
The box is bigger.
That's what she said. This is the fun part. Do you need the instructions?
Hopefully not.
Like this.
It's crazy that this is considered a mid-sized case now.
It's massive.
This is what a full-size tower was like just 5-7 years ago.
That's pretty cool. I like the orange accents on it too.
I figured you would.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've never had like an actual computer.
I'm gonna nerdify you today.
We're gonna be a nerd today. Look at this thing.
Start with the motherboard first. We build as much as we can on the motherboard, throw that in the case, continue from there.
We're just gonna throw it in the case.
Yeah. Instructions, I hope they came in Spanish. So this is the heart of it all. This is basically all your inputs and outputs.
Holy shit. All right, why is the most expensive looking part the cheapest part of this build?
Not always. Sometimes they are the most expensive, but I was trying to stick to a budget. Considering you're not building a gaming PC, I tried to keep it as budget oriented as possible, as well as with going with a good high-end processor and RAM, because that's really what's going to be the biggest, what's going to make the biggest difference for you. Now you can't return it. You know, I'd be interested to see how something renders on your laptop and then how it renders on the CPU.
I'm gonna run that whatever it's called.
What do you
the diagnostics thing.
Oh, you have one already?
No, like this, what is it? The Control Delete thing.
Oh, Task Manager.
Yeah, that guy. I do cars, man.
I break cars.
He breaks cars but fixes computers. I fix cars but break computers. The world is balanced. It's a beautiful thing. What the fuck is that little thing?
This is the brains to your whole computer.
That was $300.
This costs almost 3 times as much as all of this.
Why? I thought it was bigger.
That's what she said.
Why is everything so small?
Also what she said.
Seriously? That's the whole thing?
That's it. This is the brains of the CPU. This socket's called LGA 1700 because there's 1700 pins on here.
Should we count them? Make sure.
Yeah, go ahead. This is the scary part.
Why?
Let's see.
Yeah!
Also normal.
That was a genuine reaction. I did not know it was gonna do that. Why does it do that?
It's the protective cover they put on there to protect all the pins, and they made it so that basically you have to leave it on to keep everything protected while installing everything. I think that's fair. This is the stock cooler, which we'll not use because it's wimpy.
Wimp.
Does a good job if you don't want to do a good job.
Like
little plastic locks. You know, the wire's nice. That's cool. But we decided to go with Das German brand.
Das Fan. Holy shit.
So not only is the fan a little bigger, cover a little more area, the actual
heatsink itself is massive.
little sexy heat pipes.
And these are just copper. They just transfer heat into.
Yeah, these actually are vapor chambers. So on the inside, there's actually I think they call them steam chambers or something like that. There's a liquid in there, so they're hollow actually. And what they do is they help to wick the heat up into the radiator, where the fan then works just like a car radiator. Air goes through it, pulls the heat away, lets them cool down, or not cool down, but rather just pulls the heat away from the CPU. So this will go in facing, I believe, this way.
Oh, so the pipes just touch.
Yeah, it's just this little part right here that touches the CPU.
And it sucks the heat.
Exactly.
That's interesting. This thing. It's bigger than the radiator in my FRS. Seriously, no, I think that in terms of the width, I'm pretty sure it's wider than...
Really?
The FRS ones are really, really thin. They're like 1.5 inches thick.
Shit.
I mean, they got different jobs and all that, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Walmart brand memory.
Is it really?
No, it's good. No, G-Skill's good stuff. The only reason it doesn't look as fancy as something as nerdy as that is because we tried to keep it to a budget, so no lights.
I don't really need it to light up.
No, and honestly, they're both the same speed anyway.
You paid extra for the lights?
Well, and the cooling on it, because I sim race and do all sorts of other nerdy shit on it.
So yeah, we're gonna try this in a minute.
All right, the other scary part.
So this is what, 32 gigs total, right?
Yep.
So I read the box on there. It says that you're not supposed to mix and match, and you have to use these 4 together. Is that like really true? Is that more like when all-wheel drive cars have to replace all 4 tires at the same time?
It used to be more true than it is now. So it used to be that all your memory had to be not only the same size, the same manufacturer, and even within that, the same speed and timing and all that. And to a degree, it kind of has to be if you're going for, let's say, like benchmarking records, the highest speed or whatever, for whatever reason, whether you're gaming or anything like that. Nowadays, for even heavy workloads, you can mix and match. But typically, it's a better and safer idea to get them all as one package, because the manufacturer is basically guaranteeing that they're all essentially the exact same thing.
Right, they match.
Mm-hmm. So that's your typical flash drive, and here is your new hard drive. They don't call them hard drives anymore because there's no spinning discs in them, although they do still make those. So now it's a solid state drive. So this is, what would we say, what size did we get?
1
terabyte. All right, so that's 8 gigs, and this is 1,000 gigs.
That's it? It just, like, goes in there?
Just slots right in, 1 screw to hold it in, that's it. Memory installed.
So far, this doesn't look very difficult.
Well,
I mean, I guess knowing where to put everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
Because, like, if you gave me all these parts on a motherboard, I'd be like,
where do I read?
where does this go? The RAM, I probably could have figured out. This guy, I would have absolutely had no idea where the hard drive was
That
supposed
one
to
you
go.
might have messed up because that uses the exact same slot, or like, let's say, interfaces the actual hard drive itself. Like,
I wouldn't have even known. I would have tried to put it in one of these things.
just standing up.
Just like, I would have tried to fit. Well, yeah, no, that's. I didn't even see that there was a thing there.
Yeah. All right, so there's the hard drive, the CPU, the RAM. The only thing left at this point, I believe, is the cooler, and then we can put it in the case and start installing everything else around it.
Ooh.
All right, this is the rear support bracket that goes behind the motherboard to support the fan. I'll find the hole. Not really all that necessary, but I like to make sure we get as much coverage as we can. This is like those, what do they call those? Those little Japanese, like, gravel gardens or where they are? the little feng shui things.
The sand.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what they're called. But I know what you're talking about.
They were in every, like, 1990s businessman's office. That's good.
This nice, fancy new processor, and you just put goo all over it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think this is actually a better spot for this memory, so I'm going to move this guy over when we're done over here. The reason I say that, I don't know how technical you want to get. Typically, the closer to the CPU, the faster the memory can be. Realistically, you probably won't notice a difference, but every little bit helps.
Every ounce counts.
Alright, for now, I'll leave it closed up so we don't grab any wires by accident.
It's kind of like a little, like,
Yeah, that's...
fabric tag.
Let's see what that's for later.
Oh, that has a purpose?
Uh-huh.
Pull in an emergency.
Remove before flight.
Oh, is there?
That's what it's for. You remove it, and you can get to either your little cubby.
It's got a little...
Right above it is where we're going to put...
It has a glove box.
Where did I put it?
Oh,
The memory card reader.
Gotcha.
Like a glove. Now the boring part of just screwing it in.
It's starting to look like a computer, sort of.
Getting there. I should make you do this so you drop screws in it. Those are pretty.
Yeah, I like the orange. It's a good pick. You did good, kid.
See? It fits.
We won't tell the people how long it took you to figure that out, but it fits.
Did double check that to make sure you wouldn't need anything else. Let's make sure real quick. Please don't be a brick. Okay, good. Ooh, orange accents too. I just need the one. Perfect. This thing's really clean.
Yeah, so this is the only item that we bought used.
But I think we'll be alright. It doesn't look like it was tampered with. It looks pretty clean.
That's good, because it's mine, regardless.
So this piece will do last because we don't want it flopping around while we move the case in every direction.
$500. How much did I pay for this thing? I forget. 129 bucks I paid for this thing. It was $500 new, and how old is it?
3 or 4 years old, I think.
That's still new in terms of like cars. I don't know about well, computers, like if it's more than a month old, then it's old, right?
It's obsolete right after you buy it.
So I got a great deal on somebody else's junk.
Let's move to my computer building station.
Computer building station, also known as a tube amplifier.
Yep. Not bad, we're getting there. Not too much left now. here or above. I think above might look a little messier. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. They're both kind of doofy looking. Actually, it does look a little better. All right. Yes, I know I need a manicure.
I don't think anybody watching this video was thinking that. No one will ever know there's a whole rat's nest in there.
It's like when your mom tells you to clean your room and you throw everything under the bed. Here we go. All right, I guess power that guy on. Oh, the motherboard itself has some lighting also. Sweet. All right. It's not lit up. I wonder why. We'll play around with that later.
Oh, these guys light up. Oh, this is so nerdy. I love it.
Come on, give me video.
Oh.
Come on, what do you best to work? Go. Fuck it. And there you go, Windows installed. Boom. In like 5 minutes. How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, everything is really strong on this car. The breaking point, let's go. Everybody's least favorite part, but my favorite section of the track. Because I like this nice shallow line like this. Ooh, it works on a small car. And there she is. She's in there, she's done, she's plugged in, everything's good. I'm excited to give this a shot. This video here that you're watching was edited on this machine. So super exciting. Can't wait to play, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys and better quality videos, because this should be a whole lot better for a lot of the fancy features that I wasn't able to use in my editing program that now I can use. So yeah, hit subscribe. More good stuff coming. I'll see you guys next Taco Tuesday.